Beauties and cuties. Your physical reality is just a residual outcome of your past thoughts. I recently just got my mind blown by watching this one video on manifestation from this creator. Her name is Missy Renee. If you haven't checked her out yet, go check out her videos and subscribe to her because she articulates just these teachings of the law so well. And basically in one of her videos, Missy Renee said this one-liner that really stood out to me that I just want to elaborate and expand upon in this video because it just really blew my mind. She basically said, just like how 3D objects cast 2D shadows, 4-dimensional thoughts cast 3D shadows. And I was like, what? Dead ass. I had my mind blown because it just simplified everything so incredibly. I wholeheartedly agree with that because your reality right now that you're experiencing is truly a residual outcome of the past thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you had months, even years ago. Everything just keeps on creating the future. What you're emitting now is creating your next few months, next few weeks, next few days even. Your now present moment, your now present thoughts, feelings, beliefs are casting shadows into your future that will reflect eventually in the outer reality as 3-dimensional shadows, aka physical, tangible manifestations in the form of relationships or a car or money, you name it, whatever you're trying to draw into your life, or vice versa, whatever you are resisting or fearful or angry at and devoting a lot of negative energy to, that you are drawing that and casting shadows of that negativity into your future that will reflect in your outer reality. That's just the way the law works, beauties and cuties. And I can illustrate this in a recent example that really just clicked for me. So I recently moved into a bigger space, a master bedroom, bigger closet, my own huge bathroom. My bathroom looks like a luxury hotel, such a fancy, luxurious bathroom. I'm really thankful. And I got it for such a reasonable and cheap price for what you get usually in the area that I live in Orange County. That's a side note. But anyways, prior to that, I was cooped up in a smaller room and I was sharing a bathroom with 2 other people. And I just really wasn't happy with my home environment. And back in January, the roommate next to me, he had some friends over and he was just really noisy and they were talking loud till literally 3 a.m. I could not sleep until 6 a.m. and I had to wake up at 7:30 to do work. Luckily, I work remotely, but I just was so angry and just pissed that I was experiencing noise at ungodly hours, cooped up in my small room. I just was really unhappy with my home environment at the time. It just got to a point where I had enough and I kind of popped off via text to this roommate. And then I proceeded to go on the Airbnb app and book myself a nice little 4-day staycation in San Diego in a luxury Airbnb master bedroom situation. Very similar to kind of where I'm living now, which is crazy, but I'll get to that. And I just needed to get away from it all. I really just needed a reset. And going to this Airbnb and staying there for 4 days, I use this as a manifestation opportunity to pretend this Airbnb spot was my place, a new place that I was moving into. And I remember I packed up a bunch of clothes and skincare and stuff, but even my shower stuff, I set it up as if I was living there. I hung things up in the closet. I put things in the cabinets and stuff just to trick my mind I was really residing there. The whole 4 days, I just was basking in the expansiveness of the space. I really took time to feel how it felt like to be in a bigger space, have my own bathroom, have a huge shower that has a detachable shower head and shower rain. And it was just super uber luxurious. remember journaling and scripting, acting as if like I already moved into a new space and saying how grateful I was to have more space, a nice big closet, a big bedroom, a bigger bathroom with my own sinks. And at that master bathroom, there's 2 sinks. And I just was really living as if I moved into a new space, even though I was still cooped up in that small little room in that house. I escaped for those 4 days and was being delusional. And next thing you know, I just let it go, and then I returned back to reality. But I still, I was kind of lightly looking for places, nothing stuck. And then once April came around the corner, I got word from one of my roommates who resided in the master bedroom of the place that they were moving away. And they asked me if I wanted the master bedroom. And long story short, I said yes and moved into the master bedroom literally last week. And it's trippy because the bathroom that I'm at, it's actually extremely way nicer than the bathroom that I booked at that Airbnb. But similar vibes, like same rain shower, had a seating area in the shower, clear glass shower type vibe. But my bathroom has a detached bathtub, which is super nice. And it also has 2 sinks. And then my room space is so big, and I have a huge mirror closet, very similar to the Airbnb one. And just literally within a matter of months, where I was at in January at the Airbnb and emitting those beliefs and those manifestations and those feelings out into the universe as if I already moved into a bigger space, catapulted me to where I am right now. And I swear to God, every morning I wake up, I'm just filled with so much gratitude, and it really aligns with the feelings that I felt when I was at the Airbnb. I just felt relief for having more space. It's crazy because the thoughts and feelings that I emitted casted a shadow into my 3D reality future that eventually brought tangible results and a series of events that led me to my now reality of experiencing a bigger space and moving into a bigger space. And so the point of this story is to illustrate that you can really choose a new story that is extremely different from where you are at right now. And you can tell yourself that over and over again. You can feel those feelings right now in this present reality, because what you're doing right now is literally casting and projecting your future events to come to fruition eventually when it comes. You are actively always creating in the present moment. The present moment is the only space in time that we truly experience. The future is never experienced because when it comes now, it is the present moment. We don't label the now as the future. We label it the present moment. And the future is the future because it has not been experienced yet. So when it comes, it is the now. And so with that being said, ask yourself, where do you want to be in the next month, in the next 2-3 months, even in the next week? And choose a new story. Define that for yourself. And start living from that place. Really drop into the feeling of being that person that has that relationship, has that car, has that recognition at work, has that job. Any new story that you tell yourself now, and with consistency and revisiting it with depth and feeling, depth and thought, as if you are that person right now, beauties and cuties, will eventually catch up into your new reality, and the bridge of events will close the gap, and you will experience that reality sooner than later. And I've done this many, many times in my life. I've been literally knowing about the law of attraction, law of assumption for almost like 21 years, like since 2006. So I think that's gonna be 21 years. Throughout it all, I've just always recognized that we are always creating now. Now is the most important place to be. Feel how you want to be in the future now, project into your present reality, and you will become that so effortlessly. And the ways to make whatever you want happen will unfold organically. You just have to decide, and you have to lock in, beauties and cuties. That's it. That is the law. Anyways, beauties and cuties, I hope this video blew your mind. Literally check out Missy Renee on YouTube. She is an absolute amazing gem of a teacher in the Law of Assumption community. And yes, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so stay tuned and click that bell notification to get notified whenever I post. Okay, beauties and cuties? Pinky promise? Stay beautiful and cutiful, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you!